This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and I wanted to let you all know that this was recorded quite a while ago using my old crappy backup microphone, so the audio quality is kinda off. I apologize. So now let's take a look at the Transformers Legacy United G1 Universe Optimus Prime. Although I think he probably should have been referred to as the G1 Toy Universe Optimus Prime. Often referred to by some people as the budget Missing Link Optimus Prime as well. On the side, we have some imagery of him with his axe, gun, and looking pretty badass. On the side, we just have the standard kind of imagery that we see on the side of the packages. And on the back, we just get the product shots as per normal. Let's open this sucker up. Okay, Hasbro, could you have used any more tissue paper? Can I just say, I do find these to be some of the most boring freaking backgrounds that they've been using lately. I think they should take a page out of the Studio Series book and give us a background of like the bases that these characters use for each series. Optimus Prime here comes with his energy axe, a clear matrix of leadership, which frankly I think is kind of dumb looking. I would rather have seen a colored one. He comes with two versions of his gun. We have the toy version and we have the animated version. I initially wasn't really planning on buying this figure because I do have the Missing Link one, and because this guy is shorter than the rest of the, well, basically shorter than what he should be. And even though he's a deluxe figure, he should have pretty simplified transformation with just some extra jointing, right? Because it is just based on the original toy. So to me, there's no excuse for them to have made him this small. And just, you know, for that comparison here, bring out the original G1 one, which I think I've mentioned during my 40th anniversary animated one, the way I kind of store him. Show this from the side. Kind of. And by the way, here's that thinner gun. Alright, you can see the differences. But I have him stored like this with the stacks in so they don't break. With that being said, this is the size difference between the two. And I just think that there's no reason why he should not have been scaled to that size at a deluxe pricing, because he does not have as much engineering as the other figures do, because he doesn't need it, because he's based on the old G1 toy. Let's go ahead and take a look at him articulation wise. He has a ball joint on his head, so he can look down. He can barely look up, but he can spin his head at a 360, and it does give you the look down ability there. They did throw in what would be should be light piping. There's not enough light in here for it to work. However, and I don't have a small light anywhere to try to do that with anyway. I should have thought I should get like a pen light to do these kind of things with. He has a pseudo butterfly joint thanks to his transformation. His arm can hinge up and down, and it can spin around. He's got a single joint at his elbow, which gives us a good 90, and can also spin. We can flip the skirt piece up. And that would actually give us a full 360 transformation around, a rotation. With it though, we can actually, you know what, we can still kind of get it. It'll just not get loose. It does not appear, however, that they gave us an ab crunch. His tires on the side can move out of the way, so we can get a side kick in pretty good for him. And we can kick way back. And if we pop the skirt piece up forward, we can kick way forward. He does have a thigh cut, a single joint at the knee that gives us that nice 90-degree bend again. He does have an ankle rocker, and transformation gives us a pivot on the toes. Unfortunately, his thighs are kind of loose. His hands, however, do not have any articulation whatsoever, it seems. But they did surprisingly fill in the gaps here, so that's kind of nice. We can open up his chest unit, which is where everybody would store the hands back in the day. But instead of that, we have a spot for the Matrix of Leadership. If only we can figure out how to get it in place. There we go. So the Matrix fits in there like that. I'm not too fond of it just being that transparent blue. You can see it through his windshields though. Now, let's see if we can challenge ourselves to the transformation of him. First, we can drop the backpack there, flip his head around. Wow, that is really difficult. Hands go back, or arms go back with that butterfly joint. Oh, shit. Okay, this might be a little more challenging than I thought. Okay. What I'm trying to figure out... Nothing there, nothing there. Ah, okay. Stupid me. We do have... Oh, what... we do have this part that kind of like should rotate down, but it's like really stiff. There we go. All right, rotate that down, flip that around, move it back up. So there we go. We got that one bit of added engineering there, which actually does coincide kind of with the missing link. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I think that's all they really did was use a lot of the missing links. Now we can fit that back in place. It's moments like that when I feel stupid. Okay, so there we go. We got him transformed into his truck mode, which looks like it's not much bigger than Bumblebee would have been. There's a bit of a gap back here, which not too horrible, but not great. I did not tab the wheels into the front like I should have. And in actuality, hold on. Let me reopen that. Because it looks like there's a couple of slots here that the arms should also tab into. So you kind of need to transform the legs before the cab almost. There we go, we got that in place. It doesn't change the fact that the legs do not want to stay together particularly well, though, in either way. There's also a little slot there for the gas tank. But, there we go. Squeeze them together here. Okay, he rolls a little better now. You know, he's actually got rubber tires. I guess that's where the budget went for. From instead of giving us size, they decided to give us rubber tires. Alright, so weapon storage, I guess. Kind of like that. Kind of silly. Size comparison to the original Optimus Prime. Yeah, he looks like he's somewhere around 65% the size of Optimus. Now, what a lot of people made a big deal about, though, was that he can actually have the original Prime's trailer. Doesn't look too bad, but it also looks a little bit too big for him. Especially since he's so much more narrow. I kind of feel like I need to go find a Mack truck with a trailer on it to take a good look at how the size difference is. What I've been wondering about, and we shall bring in the Earthrise Optimus Prime, because nobody I saw who did a review on this, and yes, I saw the reviews beforehand, because like I said, I wasn't really planning on buying this. I wanted to see if the Earthrise trailer works with him. Because my big complaint has been that the Earthrise trailer is too freaking small for the Optimus Prime that they gave us. However, it does seem like this Optimus Prime was sized more for the Earthrise trailer. So, what I think Hasbro should have done if they're going to give us this impotent-sized Optimus Prime, they should have gone ahead and thrown them up to deluxe size and given us the trailer, or deluxe, up to Voyager size and given us the trailer to go with it. Because this scales much better with the Earthrise trailer than the Earthrise Optimus Prime did. And well, they don't really scale. They don't really work well together. But this is definitely would have been a better sized trailer for the Earthrise. So yeah, like nobody else I saw. I don't remember anybody that okay, I only watched 2 people talk about this figure, but nobody. I didn't see either one of them bring out the Earthrise trailer to attach to it, and I think this looks pretty good. They should have just given us that trailer with it and bumped it to the Voyager class, because nothing about this trailer would make this a leader class figure. Well, especially since this is a leader class for them. So yeah, Voyager size, give us that if you're going to make this Prime that small. Seriously, if you get this guy, be very careful when you're transforming these arms. Since I talked about the weapons but didn't do anything with them, axe can be fit over his hand like that. A lot of times what they've been doing is just making it so it pokes into where the hand would go. So this is, you know, a cover on there is kind of rare. Though, this doesn't look like it's much bigger than the axe that comes with the core class versions. And of course you have your choice of guns. You have the animated version with the thicker barrel, or you have the original toy version with the thinner barrel. I think I prefer the thicker one to the thinner toy one, you know? It's also weird because they feel like they're painted. Because they've got that nice gloss coating there, so there's got to be some paint on there, which makes me wonder what color is actually underneath. And although I have no blast effects on me, it looks like the toy one is blast effect compatible, but it does not appear as if this one is. It does have a little nubby at the end, but the little nubby is not very thick. So anyway, I think that will conclude our look at our G1 Universe Optimus Prime toy version. I'm still going to call this toy version. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.